Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds didn't attend the Met Gala, but were they rejected from it? Also, sad news, Justin Baldoni's foundation is shutting down. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore. We're live with It's Kim. What's up, Kim?
What's up? Thanks for having me. We got Met Gala news to go through.
We got Met Gala news to go through. As we were talking about in today's live, Blake and Ryan were no shows at the Met Gala. Now, this is an event they've been to a lot. They weren't there last year. She was editing the movie. It ends with us stealing it from Justin's grasps. But now they didn't show up. And they have reasons. Close to the couple says the choice to pass in this year's gala came before the lawsuit, has nothing to do with it. And for what it's worth, Blake and Ryan aren't shying away from public appearances. They just did we know. They've been everywhere. She's not a Kardashian that goes every year, is what she previously. This sounds like a lot of defense, is what I'm going to say. This sounds like what you would say if you have to justify why you weren't invited. That's my theory, Kim. Now, I can't prove it, but it kind of makes sense that they wouldn't be there because this year's theme to the Met Gala was super fine tailoring, black style, the celebration of black dandyism and the influence of black style in the fashion industry history. So, given, her blueberry slave muffins, her wedding at a plantation, I could imagine why they wouldn't go, because if they did, Popcorn Planet exclusively has the image of what she probably would have worn. And there it is. Look at that, chat. Blake Lively celebrating black dandyism on the 2025 red carpet. Here she is in her look, Kim. The Blake Brown product placement. The reveal of a new product of Blake Brown, now with plantation blueberries. And of course, she brought a tray of blueberry slavery muffins for everyone to have, because she just wants to romanticize that deep South history of how the blues came from and where it came from, and the blueberries from the blues, and Black History Month and all that stuff. So why not celebrate some Blake Brown now with plantation berry? Honestly, this is a joke. This is AI, of course.
Yeah, please.
But it was shocking, Kim, how many in the chat thought this was real. I mean, isn't it kind of crazy how this could actually be something she might wear?
I would hope not. I would hope not. I do think this was kind of one of these situations where whether she went or she didn't, she was not going to win in the press. And both have very good points. I do think that it is interesting that her Time 100 honor had to do with reportedly her donation to the NAACP a number of years ago. And we really didn't hear much about her activism on that front in her speech at the Time Gala. And this could have been an opportunity for her to talk about, activism with this at this event, but that's not what happened. I also wonder, like Andy, I was saying earlier in the show, quite bluntly, I would assume that there would be a lot of fittings. There would be a lot of things she'd need to do with designers to get ready, both her and Ryan, to be able to be a part of this event. And they have been very busy traveling all over the place for the promo of Another Simple Favor. So I'm guessing that if there is truth to they decided not to go, it may have been because schedules were too busy, or they just didn't really want to put themselves out there with all of the scandal. But there also could be another side plot, with the speculation and the opinion that maybe they were not welcome. But ultimately, I haven't seen anything concrete to be able to fully cement that. But yeah, definitely their absence was noted.
Yeah, I think we can prove they weren't invited. I mean, really? I don't think this is the year to bring Blake Lively. I mean,
yeah.
I agree with you. Like, maybe it was her reps who sort of advised her not to go, but just judging by the looks and Coleman Domingo's outfits and everything, like beautiful stuff. Like, it was
Absolutely
cool, like,
stunning.
No shame at all, but like to do all that, it would have been like Ryan Reynolds promoting Black Panther after getting married in a plantation wedding, which he rightfully got called out for. It just would have looked very tone deaf and stupid. And I could see, what's her name that runs the thing? Who's the designer?
Anna Wintour?
I could see Anna Wintour being like, Blake, you are not coming this year. Like, there's no way you are coming this year. Or I could see Blake's reps be like, Blake, you are not going to that. Can you imagine if you wear the wrong handbag and everyone now declares you racist again. We just got you that fake award for all your donations. We cannot risk you on the red carpet doing something like this. So for me, yes, rumored, except we can't prove it, but I would be shocked if people around her orbit didn't demand that she make sure she not attend this year.
See, the thing is, I'm not sure about that though, because like the person, what was it, the head of Time at the gala on the red carpet said that she was having the best year. She was having a great year. So what's the problem?
Well,
if everything's great.
I hear your sarcasm, and thank you for proving my point, because such an ally to the races, you'd think perfect opportunity for her to show up and support Black dandyism, as if she knows what that is.
No matter what she did, she was not going to win, and there's valid points on both sides. That kind of is where I'm sitting with this.
All I know is I would not put it past Blake to make some plantation blueberries and think it was a love letter to the South. She's that out of touch, and yes, she's done it. She's done it. And now she's out there like, oh, I'm learning so much, and thank you, Time, blah, blah, blah. Oh, cram it. You guys knew it was a plantation. Stop pretending like you didn't know it was a plantation. And this is exactly what you do with your advertising, all your crap at times where it's not appropriate. It's also shameful that she is getting these opportunities. Meanwhile, on the other side of the coin, Justin Baldoni's Wayfarer Foundation is shutting down amid his legal woes with Blake Lively. Now, I don't doubt this. I'm not trying to do it, but I will say, in a weird way, I will compliment this team, because this is how you show damages, Kim.
Yeah.
Because realistically, there are a lot of costs. And right now, it's hard to probably do this foundation. This is a legitimate issue. I'm sure that they have so many legal funds and so many questions of what they can do. Like, this is a smart move. As depressing and sad as this is, hopefully they can rebuild it later when they get back on their feet. You know what I mean? But right now, shutting this down is a smart move to prove damages. It is sort of a reality check of why we're still reporting and defending Justin, because Blake's out there at all these Another Simple Favor events and doing all these crazy things, and it seems like there's no problem. She's not suffering at all. She's getting the gigs, she's showing up, they're getting the autographs, and meanwhile, Justin's still off, hidden in his family in Hawaii, trying to just sort of stay away from it all, as now they're having to shut down their foundation, which did so much work, Kim. This is depressing. So, yeah. Look, it's sad. I'm not trying to disparage, but I'm also like, good. They're still leaning in to show, like, this is the issue here. Blake's going to celebrate these red carpets and releasing movies. Meanwhile, Justin it's not just Justin, it's Steve Sarowitz and the Wayfarer organization. That's who started it. He's just a chairman, or Justin's involved in it, but this is Wayfarer's. Yeah, on the board.
Yes.
This is Steve Sarowitz, who's also in the midst of the lawsuit. The billionaire who wanted to give away his billions for good causes, is now having to spend a lot of it on lawyers. And so there's a statement over on their Instagram, which you can read. Truly sad, given all the impact that they've done. But I'm going to hold out hope and hope that they will get their justice, and they will be able to sort of figure out a way to redo this in a way down the line. So hopeful, let's stay hopeful. And I will also see the positive. And do you agree? Like this is damages at least. So hopefully if and when they win, they'll be able to prove it. Unlike Blake, where it's like, what are you even suing for? What damages? You're making movies. You're on the red carpet. You're signing all the autographs. What are you suffering from? What are your thoughts?
I think this is where it's going to be difficult to prove that there has been loss of opportunity completely across the board. When it comes to Ryan and Blake. I mean, Ryan has done a few other promotional campaigns recently that we've seen, and all those types of things. But I will say, I think you have it up on the screen right now. It's the middle paragraph of the statement on Instagram from Steve. And it's so sad to read, just saying, upon unanimous decision of the board of directors today, we will begin the process of sunsetting the foundation. We will honor all of our current grant commitments as we carefully wind down operations over the next several weeks. And although Wayfarer Foundation is closing, my personal commitment to giving remains strong. And I am dedicated to making an impact on society through the ongoing mission and work. And I hope that at some point they are able to continue their charitable efforts, maybe better, bigger, and stronger than before. It's really, really sad.
Yeah, it's just sad news that any foundation trying to do good is getting shut down because of this kind of shenanigans. And because Blake and Ryan can just afford to keep sinking money into their lawyers to just keep trying to squeeze. Well, I'll be honest, that's part of the reason why I think so many are invested in this trial. It's nice to see the David, if you will, be able to tackle the Goliath with his own Goliath, which is Steve. But now we're seeing that even he's starting to take a hit. It's a reality check. It's a reality check in a way that is both tragic, but hopefully will help the greater good of getting to justice and what needs to be served. And again, I don't say that because, like you said it earlier, we're not some Justin Baldoni fan club. I am not in any way. Sorry, Justin, if you're watching and you like our coverage. I don't know you. I'm not here to do this because I'm a fan of yours. I appreciate some of the stuff you've done. I've come to know, and I've spoken to a lot of people who do know you, and you do seem like a good guy. And all the evidence and things that I'm getting, I do support this guy and all he's done. It's funny. We had a guy who we spoke to today who worked on Jane the Virgin over the weekend, Jane the Virgin, who was sort of making fun of him in a way of, it's like, he seemed really creepy at first because he was so genuine. I was like, this can't be real. And then he would see him over and over again and quickly was like, oh, this dude's like Keanu Reeves, like level real. And the reason I'm so triggered by him is because I'm not like that at all. And he's making me insecure about myself. So it's like, even like the detractors who think he's creepy end up coming around to realize, oh no, this guy's the real deal, like a genuine sweet guy. So yeah, it's sad. It's sad, but we are here to keep to the truth. And that's what we're doing. And that's why I'm pointing out, while this is sad, this is again showing damages, unlike Blake's countless appearances with Ryan, which seem to be showing it's business as usual for them. So you're seeing different optics out there in the press, and take note, because this is real damages. The other one's maybe is suffering damages because honestly her brand is tanking, but she doesn't want to make it look that way. So she's doing everything, and that's not going to help her in court. That is not going to help her in court. So sometimes you got to let the ego go, Kim. I had to go a whole year, pretty much a year in silence and be called the worst thing you can imagine. Because if I had come forward and apologized for some of the stuff I did do, I was told that can be used against you and you won't be able to get the greater good. And so I was so glad I was patient and listened to my counsel and did what I had to do. It was brutal, which is what Justin's facing right now. But unlike, just because she goes on Seth Meyers all confident and has a applause sign making people clap for her, we'll see what actually happens in the reality. So sad news and surprising news. I'm going to call it again. I do think this is what she could have worn. And I do think she was rejected by somebody, her own team or somebody advised her strongly, you cannot go to this event. This is too dangerous for you. We're finally trying to put you in the positive press. If you make one mistake like this, it's not going to help. And she would have, in my opinion. That's what I think. If you're watching live or if you're watching the replay, can you make sure you're still subscribed? Hit that bell for alerts. Smash that thumbs up as well. Leave your comments down below. Subscribe to It's Kim as well. We got a lot more coming. We're not done on the live show. If you missed the live, go catch the replay on our Patreon and stay tuned for more here on Popcorn Planet.